Infusion sets. There are so many different types, and I'm hoping today that I can help you figure out which one could be the right one for you. There are steel, soft cannulas. There are 90-degree, angled. There are automatic, and there are manual. So I'm gonna try all of those out, walk you through how they feel and kind of the ease of use. I've done a lot of research, and I also spoke to Gary Scheiner all about infusion sets, and that was meant to help you get even more information from like a certified diabetes educator. That is up on my podcast, so go listen to that after you watch this because there's so much more information and it's also coming from a professional. Speaking of professionals, I'm a content creator. I am not a doctor. So take all of this information with a grain of salt. I'm just gonna kind of tell you my experience trying these on. But before you make any changes to your healthcare, you must consult with a physician. I am not one. Okay, before we get into this video, I think I may need to get rid of all of this. We're gonna have to do it. So I'll be right back. I did the thing. Oh my goodness, I'm so soft. This is crazy. Okay, let's get into this. First, let's start with Medtronic infusion sets. Specifically, these two. We've got the MiniMed Mio Advance and then the extended wear. These are both soft cannulas and they go in at a 90-degree angle. The extended infusion set lasts up to 7 days, which is significantly longer than any other infusion sets out there. This one's brand new. And you've got the MiniMed Mio Advance. This one's the standard, like 2 to 3 days. Sometimes I hear people even go 4 or 5 with many of these. When I first heard that these were 90 degrees and that some of the other ones are too, that kind of freaked me out because the Omnipod, I don't think it's 90 degrees. I think it goes in at an angle. So it kind of scared me, but from what I've been told, it stays in there pretty comfortable and it's not something to worry about. I was also told that the angle ones, as opposed to the 90 degrees, those angled ones are less likely to crimp than these are, which means that if they kind of get a little messed up, that the insulin won't really get out as easily. First, I'm gonna start the MiniMed Mio Advance. So let's go. So first you've got the inserter, then the tubing. Where am I gonna put this one? Maybe I'll start here and I'll work my way down. So I'm gonna put this one right here. Okay, so first with this one, I know you wanna take out this piece for later. Slowly take off this adhesive. Okay, good. So with the arrows, I believe the arrows are where the tubing's gonna go. So let's say I was gonna wear this, I want the tubing to go this way, and then I'm gonna put it right here, and then I think with this one, you wanna spread the skin a bit, like that. I may have already messed it up, and then we're gonna press it in. Bobby, I'm kinda scared, I really am. Okay. Okay, that wasn't bad at all. It wasn't bad at all. Ease of use, ridiculously easy. I mean, that took me a second, right? And then I pushed the button down. I did not feel that. Then if I were to put the tubing in, let's see. I believe that I would, you would already put this on your pump and you would prime this. And then I guess I would take off this, kind of squeeze that and open that up. And then this would be connected to the Medtronic pump. And then I guess you kind of just clip that in. Can I tell you, this is the first time I have ever worn a tube. Okay, let's get to the next one, which is essentially the same. So you've got the extended wear. This one lasts up to 7 days. It's essentially the same as the one I just put on. It looks like they put a blue connector on it as opposed to the clear one before. Maybe I'll put it right next to it. I'm gonna take off this adhesive. I know you have to be kind of like careful with this. Okay, done. And then it's the same thing. Blue button this time. And I think I cleaned that, so I'm gonna put it right here. I still get a little scared. This is just very different to me. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. That one I maybe felt a tiny bit more, but not bad at all. Kind of cute. Bobby, do those look different to you? I can't tell. No?
About the same.
Okay, so they look about the same when they're on. So altogether, for these two, the Medtronic sets, let me give these a score. For ease of use, definitely a 5. And then for pain, I'd say there was essentially no pain. Definitely a 5. These are a great option for people who aren't needle phobic. I never saw a needle. It just went right in. Let's move on to another Medtronic, actually a few different ones. We've got all of these also automatic devices. We've got the Medtronic Mio, which is actually the original one that I started on. It's kind of based off of, I believe. And then we've got 2 that are from Tandem, AutoSoft XC and the T90. The AutoSoft XC, the only difference I believe is that it has a larger grip than the T90. Between all 3 of these, they are all soft cannulas and put in at a 90-degree angle. Because these 2 Tandem ones are similar, I'm only gonna put on the AutoSoft XC. I'll just put this one to the side, and then I'll also put on the original Medtronic Mio, kind of see what it's like using these automatic devices. Let's start with Medtronic, because I've got Medtronic going on my left side. So first we've got this little bit of wrapper that I'm gonna take off, and then this clip comes off like that. So here I have the needle that has like a protective little piece on it. I'm not gonna take that off just yet. First, very carefully, I'm gonna take off the tubing. This one has the tubing connected to it. So whereas the other ones didn't, I don't know if you could take the tubing off later. I'd assume you can. I think it just starts with it on. I mean, I just couldn't imagine having a tube this long. I like my Omnipod so much. Okay, if you're needle phobic, this one may not be for you because there's like a legitimate needle. I mean, here, can you see that? So if you're needle phobic, like you're not gonna want this. I think the other 2 that I put on, what was nice, and some of the other ones is that you're not gonna see this. We're gonna put this tube through this like little slot for it. That's gonna show us where the tube is. And then I'm gonna pull this back. I'm scared. I think I have to pull it this way. Okay, that is cocked. Was I supposed to take off? I was definitely supposed to take off the adhesive. So let me first take that off very carefully. I think that should have happened probably first, just because this is like almost kind of dangerous to do this. I'm learning. Now, this is ready. Real quick before I put that on, I'm gonna use another alcohol swab. Get this ready here. I really do have to say I don't like seeing that needle. That's really scary. Okay, I'm gonna push down on the non-ridge sides. Okay, it went in. It almost feels kind of stuck. Oh, wow. And a freaking needle comes out. Like a huge freaking needle. The needle that put it in. Okay, if you're needle phobic, this one's not for you. To cover that needle, you put this cap back on, and then it's safer to throw out. There's that. So you've got another Medtronic. You've got the tube coming out. You know, I don't like the idea of this tugging. I'm gonna pull this out. As you can tell, I really don't have any experience with these. I'm afraid I'm gonna like pull it out. I think I may just leave it in for now. For now, I'm gonna just put this around the back and in my pants because I can't take that off. Okay, next up, we've got the AutoSoft XC. This is basically a similar thing, but with Tandem. Same type of protective gear. Then I will take off the cap, take out the tubing. Okay, next I'm going to take off the adhesive. This pretty much seems the same as the Medtronic Mio that I just put on. And it does seem to me that they made these a lot better compared to their other one. Next, I'll take off this same okay. So what I was doing was I was taking off the blue thing and it like all popped up. I did hear that could be something that happens. So I'm gonna put this back down. Okay, so it seems like I need to be very careful with this because each time I pull up the little blue thing, the whole thing pops up. So I'm gonna kind of hold down on the adhesive. Okay, now my finger's stuck to the adhesive, but I got it. Okay, that was not cute. It didn't happen with that one, but it probably could. So now I'm gonna pull this back, holding the ridges this time. And it clicked into place. I'm going to put this on this side this time for my Tandem side. So this is the Tandem right there. Tube goes through the same little piece, the same little slot, so you know where it's coming through. I'm gonna put this here, and then we're gonna go. I felt a little something, but it wasn't too bad. Hold down this adhesive. Okay. And there's that needle again. This is like kind of dangerous. I'd say this one feels more dangerous for like a kid to use than for like an adult. I feel like some of the other ones, if you're trying to train your kid how to put them on, this may not be the best one. And let's see if I can take this one out easily, unlike the last one. Okay, this one came out pretty easily. The tubing came out. Now for scores, let's start with the Medtronic one. The pain, let's give it a 5, barely felt anything. For the ease of use, not super easy with the whole mechanism, but I still can't get this tubing out, and that's an issue. So I'm gonna give this a 3. Now for the Tandem, ease of use, I'm gonna give it a 4 just because I could get this out. And then for the pain, it gets a 5. There was barely any pain. Now, when it comes to needle phobia for both of these, that gets a 0. This is not gonna be for someone who's needle phobic, so maybe look into something else. Let's move to both manual and steel tubing. So this is literally the needle that goes in, not necessarily a cannula. You've got the Medtronic Sure-T Paradigm. This is a 90-degree angle steel cannula that goes in you. And then you've got the True Steel Infusion set. This is the same 90-degree angle, and it's a steel cannula. These are both manual. You're gonna put these just in instead of using a little clicky. I don't like doing that, but I'm gonna do it. I don't like the sound of it, but here we are. So let's start with my Medtronic side. I've got a lot going on over here. So you've got a long tube. So the thing with these is that not only do you get the needle that goes in, but you also have like a connector piece. And this is what helps with if you get like caught on a door frame. What will pop out is what's connected to the connector and not the needle. So the needle won't get any pull, which is, I guess, a safety feature because you wouldn't want that to happen with a steel piece. The cannula is ridiculously small, I can see. So there's a protective plastic casing, and then the cannula is like so skinny. I'm less worried about it than I was before. Let's put this on. I'm going to start with this piece and then put on the little connector piece. So I'll kind of go like, I think I'll go like this. So let's do it. I'm gonna run out of room. I'm going to wipe off the area. Gonna need more alcohol swabs after this video. So I think what I'll do first is I'll put in the needle one. I'm not sure if that's what you're supposed to do. It's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to, there's like these 2 plastic pieces on top that you wanna kind of fold up. That's to get a grip on this. And then I'm gonna take off this little plastic piece, and then you've got the steel cannula. It is so freaking small. So let's put this one in. I'm going to kind of push it up because I'm scared. I don't like this. I don't like the fact that I have to do this myself. 3, 2, 1. I can't look at it. I can't look at when I'm doing it. 3, 2, 1. I don't think I did that right. I don't like that. I'm ripping it up. Okay, I'm gonna try again because the adhesive's still fine. I'm gonna try that again. I'm failing at this one. 3, 2, 1. All right, that time I got it. That kind of hurt. So now this is connected. The wire is completely connected, and I have to put this on. Okay, I got it. I'm gonna put it right there. Okay. I don't love putting the steel one in. There was like a little tinge of pain. I just realized that was the Medtronic one. I put it on the Tandem side. So now let's put the Tandem one on the Medtronic side. So now I've got the True Steel. This is from Tandem. I really don't want to put on another one, but I'm gonna do it in the name of science and for you. There it is. Same deal, it looks like. I'm gonna put it over. I'll put it right there. By the way, the reason someone may be using a steel cannula instead of the plastic one is because people have allergies to the flexible one sometimes, the plastic. So that's one of the reasons people may use this. So I took off the protective plastic case on this one. I'm gonna take off the adhesive. Okay. The 90 degree seems pretty good to me. I realize I kind of have to look at it when I do it because last time I didn't look and I messed up. Okay, this is where I cleaned it up. 3, 2, 1. It's in there. I kind of went at an angle when I was going in. I had to like fix it. So that's something I don't love. And then this one, I think I'll just kind of put here. So again, this is so that the tubing from your pump can go into it. So I'll put that like right there. Okay, then the tube goes into there, and then the insulin goes in there. For the steel, ease of use, it wasn't that easy. I'd say a 3 for both of them. I kind of had issues, probably gets easier over time, obviously. Pain scale, a 3. There was some pain. It was painful just watching it. Needle phobia, absolute 0. You're not going to feel comfortable putting these in. You like literally need to put it in, whereas at least the other ones, even though you see the needle, it just goes in. Let's move on. Please, I'm done. I'm ready for lunch. The good news is that it's going to get easier, but it's still going to be a little harder first. So these next two I'm going to do are angled infusion sets, but they're still both manual, which I did not have fun with. So the first one we've got is Medtronic's Silhouette Paradigm, and then we have the Verisoft infusion set from Tandem. They both work about the same, and the needle's kind of scary. The thing is with these, they're not steel. These are a flexible needle, so that's a little bit different than the ones I put in. But these are at an angle and they're manual. So first, let's start with the Medtronic, and this time I'll put it on the right side, which is the left side. This is a freaking scary contraption. I mean, look at that. I have to put this in, Bobby. This is not cute. This is also kind of looks like kind of a long cannula. All right, this one's a little intimidating. I'm gonna put this one over here on this side. Okay, so I'm gonna pull this back. I'm gonna take off the protective gear. That's scary. This is not fun for needle phobia. Do you see that? So there's the needle in there, and then around it is the cannula. This is a soft cannula. I don't wanna do this. This goes in at an angle, so I don't like this. I don't even know if I can show this on YouTube. I don't like this. All right, let's go. You ready? Are you okay watching this?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Okay, it's in. I'm gonna now take off the front adhesive, put that down, take out the needle. Oh my God. I don't like this. I'm not even like getting paid much for this. I'm not making much money off of this video, just so you know. Do you see that? Mm-hmm. What the heck? That is out freaking ranges. Anyway, that's on. I don't think I did it that well. You know what, Bobby? I'm not gonna do this one. I'm not gonna put on this one. I'm too scared. So, like I said, that there's a Tandem one, and I'm not putting it on. What I will put on, that is also an angled one. I've got the Verisoft 30. So this is a automatic one from Tandem that also goes in an angle. This one I feel much more comfortable putting on. So let's put it on. I don't like the way this one feels. I don't know. I don't want to mess this. I'm afraid I'm going to mess. Okay. So I think I have to. Okay. I opened it. This blue piece kind of flew off. This is what was protecting the needle, but that comes off anyway. So I've got this one. It also has that angled one, so it's gonna go in like this. I'm not used to an angled one. The Omnipod's not angled like that. It's maybe a slightly angled, kind of, but it's pretty short of a cannula. I'm going to take off the front, sticky, then next, I don't even know if I was supposed to do that. Got this going. I'm gonna put this on here. This one's angled. I'm gonna cock this back. I'm afraid I wasn't supposed to do this adhesive, so I'm gonna kind of just like stick it backwards just in case, and I'll pull it later. I don't really know if I'm doing this correctly, to be honest. I'm gonna try it. Okay, so there, I'm gonna press the two top sides. Okay, so that messed up. The needle went in and then the plastic cannula didn't. So that one's not gonna go on. That one's messed up. And it's dead. So that's something that could happen, I guess. That one, I'm gonna throw out. Ease of use for this one, not great. It didn't work. 0. I'm sure it works though for most people. And then it didn't really hurt when it went in. And for needle phobia, not too bad because it's automatic, but you definitely see the needle, so not the cutest. Next, we're gonna go to the quick set paradigm. Now this is Medtronic's. This is either manual or automatic. I'm gonna do automatic today. This is a 90-degree angle and it's a soft cannula. I'm not sure why you would necessarily use this over the other ones, but that's something that we may touch on in Gary's interview. All right, so this one looks a little bit different than most of the other ones. Look, it's got the tubing all here. It's actually wrapped up in some paper. So here's the contraption. The tubing is already connected to it. The way this one works is it actually can get loaded into this quick inserter. And so what I would do is I'd put it in here, like that. Then you take off the cone. This is why you have to use, this one I don't want to. I got that. I think I have to hold this down and pull this tubing. Yeah. Okay, so I took off this blue cone. This is ready to go. I do have to take off the adhesive. The adhesive should definitely have come off first. This is kind of dangerous, I think. The adhesive should come off before you cock it back. This is ready. The tube is going to be on this side. I'm going to use an alcohol swab. And I know this is all Medtronic, but except for that one. But I'm going to put this one here. This one's ready to go. I'm going to put it on there, and I'm going to press. Did I just do it? I'm afraid I messed this one up. I definitely messed this one up. We just cut out me struggling putting this one on. I definitely messed it up, and I'm sure it's easier than I was making it for myself. But I think all of this is to say, overall, as an Omnipod user, this is so much easier than a lot of these, especially the last few, because I just put it on and it does its thing. This one, I feel bad giving it a score because I really didn't put it on. Let me just real quick score Omnipod. Omnipod, ease of use, 5. Pain, I'd say almost never pain, but maybe occasionally there's like a little tinge, so I'm gonna give it a 4. Overall though, this was the coolest experiment I've ever done. And I'm glad I got to do it for you. I hope that you learned some stuff about all of these things. Again, don't take my word for everything. I just was kind of experiencing it for you and with you. If you want to learn more, really great information from Gary Scheiner. That podcast already came out on this channel. You can find that on all podcast platforms and here on YouTube. It's about 35 minutes long, and we go through all of these infusion sets and even kind of where infusion sets are going. As always, give this video a like if you enjoyed it because it helps other people find it out, and subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and click that bell if you want to get alerted as soon as they come out. I've got videos on Fridays here on YouTube, and every Monday my podcast comes out on podcast platforms and here on YouTube. Until next time, I'm Justin, and I'll tech you later.